Shri Frank Norona to honor the minister with a bamboo shoot. Thank you, sir.
Friends, welcome to this first session of the Regional Editors Conference. We have with us the Honorable Minister for Law and Justice and Electronics and Information Technology, Shri Ravi Shankar Prasad ji. He is known to all of you for his role as spokesperson of NDA government on major issues. And PIB has a special affinity with him because he was also Information and Broadcasting Minister. And to strike a slightly personal note, he also is the spokesperson for the cabinet briefings. So the way he guides, the kind of command he has over the language and the subject is something worth emulating. In his role as Minister for Telecom, he successfully turned around sick PSUs like BSNL and revived India Post. Now he has the responsibility to make India a truly digitalized society and make India a hub of electronic manufacturing. He has also been entrusted with the responsibility of accelerating legal reforms in the Indian judicial system. Sir, I extend you a warm welcome on behalf of PIB, INB and all the media persons assembled here. Now, let's hear from him his strategy to achieve this goal. Over to the Minister, please.
This is it, sir. This is it.
Because it is a session.
All right. Frank, Muthukumar, distinguished editors, chief of bureaus, journalists, friends. I have a different attachment to Tamil Nadu. Apart from involving me in media-related work, the party has also given me responsibility over the years of being in charge of various states. And in the past, I have also worked here as the in charge of the party for about 4 or 5 years. Therefore, I have been traveling to Tamil Nadu, meeting with all of you. Apart from the fact that I have been in charge of Bengal in my youth days, of Assam, of Chhattisgarh, of Uttarakhand, of Rajasthan, apart from campaigning in various parts of the country over the years of my involvement as a party worker right from my student days. So it is a pleasure coming and talking to you. Why we... Very good. I'm happy to hear that the entire South India is here. I should say Vanakkam here and Namaskaram. What should I say that, huh? To all of you. Keep it up. You know why we are here before you. It is a part of our outreach to all of you. Let me tell you the way the Narendra Modi government functions. We completed 2 years of our government. Ideally, we could have celebrated with a good dinner launch in Delhi and glossy magazines extolling our achievements. But the Prime Minister said all of us would visit to different parts of India. And he himself chose to. All the ministers were supposed to visit 7 places, along with the Minister of State, a senior national office bearer of the party, talk about achievements, talk to media, talk to intellectuals, professionals, farmers, take their feedback. I remember I began from Mumbai, then I went to Mathura in UP, then I went to Kakinada in Andhra Pradesh, then I went to Chhindwara in Madhya Pradesh, finally ending at Jamshedpur in Jharkhand. That was my itinerary. Recently on the 15th of August, we had 70th year of India's independence. And the Prime Minister comes with ideas. Do we have to celebrate again by me speaking from the ramparts of Red Fort? Or there has to be some kind of more connectivity? And it was decided that all the ministers, including the Prime Minister, after 15th of August would visit the places, the birthplace and the place of action of all unsung, unknown heroes of India, including well-known like Gandhiji, Sardar Patel and all, Subhash Chandra Bose. I began from, and we all of us will go on Tiranga Yatra. I began from Patna. I visited the house of Bhatukeshwar Dutt. How many of you have heard about him? Can anyone raise a hand? No. Yes, only one. Bhatukeshwar Dutt was the associate of Bhagat Singh when they threw a bomb inside the central legislature. Bhagat Singh was hanged, and mind you, it was not a solid bomb, it was a kacha bomb in that sense, just to make them aware they were being deaf. He spent 20 years in jail, took not even a pension from the government, the freedom fighter pension. I went to Bardoli, from where Sardar Patel launched his Satyagraha. The Prime Minister went to Chandrasekhar Azad home village. I remember many of my colleagues went to Subramaniam Bharati's birthplace in Tamil Nadu. And I went to Assam, in Nagaon, where I tried to get information to the best of my capacity. And there 3 young people and one grandmotherly lady was shot at by Captain Finnish because they were raising Vande Mataram. And their statue is there, but you don't hear it. So this is kind of connect we have with India. And when we are here before you today, it is also a part of that connect. So that we come to Chennai, you all come from various parts of South India, and we talk to all of you. As the Prime Minister says, remain digitally connected and also remain physically connected. The physical supplements the digital, and the digital complements the physical. That's how we work. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what is the digital profile of India? Before I come to the digital profile of India, let me say how the story began. In the election campaign, Narendra Modi ji coined a lot of slogans to revamp India. And one of the slogans was, IT plus IT is equal to IT. What does it mean? India's talent, IT, plus information technology, IT, is equal to India tomorrow, IT. That was an important slogan he raised. IT plus IT is equal to IT. And I never expected that to concretize his vision, he would be gracious enough to give me the responsibility of IT Communication Ministry, which I was till very recently. Now I'm handling IT electronics when he chose to give me the law and justice portfolio. Ladies and gentlemen, what is the digital profile of India? In very simple terms, in a population of 1.25 billion plus, India is home to 1.3 billion mobile phones. And for a kind information, in the last 2 years, we have added 12 crore mobile phones in India, equal to the population of France and Italy. That's the scale at which we operate. About 1.4 billion, 104 crore Indian today are on Aadhaar. What is Aadhaar? Unique identification card. Completely secure. The fingerprint, the face, the iris, the mobile number if available, and the address is available at a click of a button. And it is so secure that even a friend cannot get the details from that unless you consent. But now we have come with a law which I was involved in the drafting of that law, that even if I consent that my iris and my fingerprint can be released to someone, even I cannot authorize. That is the kind of security and sanctity we are maintaining. And this Aadhaar is a unique achievement of our government. It was started by the previous government, but the scale was completely different and the use was completely phenomenal. I'll explain to that subsequently. And we have about 400 million plus, 40 crore plus Indians in internet. Now, how are they using it? The Prime Minister said 60% is mobile based of this internet. The Prime Minister said that digital connect is integral to good governance. And the second thing he said, that all the governance must be available in the mobile phone of every Indian. Okay. What is a very unique journey of India in that 1.13 crore mobile phones? India is today home to about 27 crore plus smartphones. India's mobile consumption is nearly the highest in the world. I will come to that separately when I will talk about electronic manufacturing. But what is a smartphone? India's journey from the desktop to the laptop to the smartphone is the real story of India's digital journey in terms of platform. Because what is smartphone? It is mini computer, accessible with everything. Now, how we sought to change India? With the application of digital technology. You must have heard about Jan Dhan accounts. I launched it in Chennai. We decided that all those poor who are outside the banking systems must be brought into the banking system. And this is a unique way of our Prime Minister's functioning, that he emailed all the managers of the bank, please rise for the country. Now, can you believe in a short span of 9 to 10 months, 22 crore bank accounts were opened. And all of you must be having a bank account. Only poor don't have a bank account. 22 crore bank accounts were opened. The moment your account is open, you are entitled to 1 lakh of insurance cover, rupee card of 5,000, etc. And there was no compulsion to deposit even a single farthing. But the same poor people, by depositing 10, 50, 100, 200, 1,000, deposited 33,000 crores in those 22 crore bank accounts. Now you got a corpus of 33,000 crores, all for the poor money. If I can say in Hindi, देश जागता है, जगाने वाला होना चाहिए. The country awakens, there must be one who can awaken them. Now what we did, we linked up the Jan Dhan to the Aadhaar, Aadhaar to the mobile, and linked it with the bank account. Jan Dhan account with Aadhaar, mobile, seeded to the bank account. All the subsidy, etc., which poor people were entitled to receive, was given directly to their bank account. Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to tell you, in the last 2 years, center and state both have saved 36,500 crores, which was going to middlemen, to hoax claimants, or to fictitious persons. How good governance can be achieved by a proper application of technology is a very classical example. and that we are going to replicate in more and more. And this was from the cooking gas subsidy to PDS scheme to Manrega to host of others. And how much of money state governments can save, Government of India can save by proper application of technology. Therefore, these are distinct achievement in a very short span of application of digital technology. How this number has come up? My take about Indians is that Indians first watch technology, then they adopt it, then they start enjoying it, and then they become empowered in the process. As a former INB minister, let me tell you how India has become empowered through this vast spread of 24/7 news channels, newspapers. Frank, we have 246 24/7 news channels. As per last count, 246 24/7 news channels. In English,
900 channels are there, 400 are news channels.
Now, he gives me 400 news channels in all the languages. Many of them talking sense, some talking nonsense too, but it's a part of democracy. India is getting empowered. We are all for free speech. We support that completely. But empowerment is happening in the process. And this is a classic example of India. You had the apprehension that print will go down. But print did not go down. Print is also rising. You thought once online news portal will come, the print will suffer and the TV will suffer. But Indians are also reading online. I don't think any country in the world is so much exposed and so much is enjoying all the three platforms of news content: the print, the television, and online. That is an indication of India's passion for technology. Now, what digital infrastructure we are creating for India? The second thing I would like to tell all of you, to make the Digital India campaign successful. Before I come to that, let me make a general observation. Digital India, Make in India, Skill India, Startup India, Stand Up India are all game-changing programs, transformational in nature. Why I say transformational? Every government in a state or center, after getting the people's mandate, come with programs. It is their right. But certain programs become transformational. When computer came in India, there was opposition. But ultimately computer showed its way. When mobile phone came in India. When the National Highway Program was conceived. I remember I had the privilege to work in the government of Atal Bihari Vajpayee also. As a Minister for Coal and Mines, Law and also Information Broadcasting. Vajpayee ji said, we will connect the entire country through 4 to 6 lane national highway. It was a very ambitious program, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Surat to Silchar, and the Golden Quadrilateral and others. I remember I was sitting in a meeting where a preliminary review was being made. Vajpayee ji was a very powerful speaker outside, but as the Prime Minister he used to speak less, was a very good listener. So people, from where will you get the land? How will you get the resources? A lot of naysayers were there, a lot of yes-sayers were there. I remember when the meeting was ending, Vajpayee ji said just one thing, Karna hai, we have to do it. no arguments. About 8 months ago, ladies and gentlemen, I had gone to Kanyakumari for a function. And where my public function was being held, I was told is the place where Kashmir to Kanyakumari 4-lane highway terminates. I asked my secretary how much time I have left to go to the airport at Thiruvananthapuram. He said, I have 1 hour. Kaha, let me drive on this road. In my life, I may not get time to drive all the way from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, but let me have the emotional feel of driving on this road. If you have a passion, if you have a commitment, change can happen. These are transformational changes. Since Frank talked about my days as information broadcasting minister, this whole Tata Sky was started by me. Because we have cable channels, we thought we need parallel channels. And now DTH has become a big success. I started it. This whole FM channel revolution. It was then all license Raj. I said, let's make it revenue sharing. And today we have 300 plus FM channels in the country. About 1.5 lakh people are working there. This Goa Film Festival was started by me. I had gone to the Cannes Film Festival, to the in Italy, all big film festival. In Delhi, film festival was too bureaucratic. I said we should go to the exotic place, and we went to Goa. And today Goa Film Festival is a big success. Regional film festivals of regional films, all we promoted. Therefore, these programs become transformational. Digital India, Make in India, Skill India, Startup India are all transformational programs designed to make India an empowered society. Now, what we are doing to create infrastructure? Again, something very ambitious like the National Highway Program. We are connecting 250,000 gram panchayats of India by optical fiber network. Earlier it was known as NOFN. Now we say it is BharatNet. We have revamped it. And I want to give you an indication of the scale of and the speed of the working of Narendra Modi government. This program was started in the year 2011. When we came to power, only 358 kilometers of optical fiber had been laid in nearly 3 years. 358 kilometers in 3 years. We have laid 1,39,000 kilometers in 2 years. So that is the speed with which we work. About 57,000 plus gram panchayats have been connected. Kerala is complete. Karnataka is going to be complete soon. Chandigarh is complete. Pondicherry is complete. And I think by next year end the entire country will be complete. This is the first infrastructure for digital connectivity. Optical fiber is very speed, availability. What is the second thing? You may have heard about common service centers. What is a common service centers? It is digital delivery of services in rural India by young ladies, young entrepreneurs, whom we call VLE, village level entrepreneurs. They they make your passport, they make your Aadhaar card, they do ticket booking, they give insurance services, they are banking correspondents. So I am encouraging that particular common service center movement in a very, very big way. Now we have about 2.3 lakhs common service centers in the country. About 1.4 lakh are in villages and the rest are in semi-urban areas. And I wish to scale it up further. Do you know 60% of railway ticketing is e-ticketing? About 25% or 30% of air ticketing is e-ticketing. I was just trying to know, we have got a portal e-tal. E-tal means any digital movement of India is recorded. If Frank is scolding his subordinate in Chennai through some email, that also gets recorded. Okay? in lighter vein, Frank. If you are booking a ticket, that is also recorded. How the digital steps of India is rising. I thought I must give the number of that, and I was pleasantly surprised that number. In 2013, it was 66.25 lakh transactions per day. 66.25. In 2014, it became 96.9 lakh transactions per day. 96.9 lakh. In 2015, it became 1.85 crore transactions per day. In 2016, it is 2 crore 7 lakh transactions per day. See how India is becoming digital in terms of availability of services. So I talked of optical fiber, I talked of common service centers. Now we are going to Gram Panchayat. What happens beyond the Gram Panchayat is a question. Then we came with the idea that we are going to give these common service centers the right to become internet service providers. Namely, if in Tamil Nadu, there is one common service center who is very entrepreneur, I will take from the Gram Panchayat and I will supply through internet 100 villages, 50 villages. Go ahead. So that right we have given. That will also start getting implemented very soon. Optical fiber network, common service center, internet service provider. We have, just Frank talked about the revolution of postal department. I am no more handling that department, therefore I can talk about a little about myself. Because when I am handling a department, I never talk about myself. When I am out of it, I try to talk about it. And today I have a supreme sense of personal satisfaction that we have literally revolutionized the postal department. It is a 175-year-old body. I always describe postal department as an old lady in Ghungat. I hope Ghungat all of you understand. Rarely willing to come out. I push them, come out. They are a very depressed lot because of SMS and money transfer electronically. Our poor postman was finding himself irrelevant. I push them into e-commerce. E-commerce is rising in India in a very big way. Why it is rising? As senior journalists, all of you need to know that our rural population has the same aspiration as the urban population. They want good mobile. They want good books. They want jewelry. They want qualities of life, whatever they can afford. But there is no mall, there is no shopping center. E-commerce is filling that void in a very big way. And because postal department has a footprint from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, about 1.5 lakh post offices we have. And out of this, about 1.25 lakh are rural. We said, become the delivery agent of e-commerce. And what happened, ladies and gentlemen, their parcel revenue rose by 45%. It was down 2% in 13-14, rose by 45% in 14-15, rose by 80% in 15-16. They got a meaning. I kept on touring in the village. They are delivering mobile phones, books. Elderly people are calling for their medicines. And then I did a great job for which I am very, very personally satisfied. If you can deliver jewelry, you can deliver books, you can deliver mobile phone, why can't you deliver Ganga Jal? People of India love Ganga Jal. And this suggestion came, Frank, from a friend from South India. My mother always looks for Gangotri Ganga Jal. He stays abroad. Let me find out. And we use the services of postal department. And they take Ganga Jal from Rishikesh and Gangotri. They pack it, small and big. No business case, only delivery and packaging charges the charge. And it's become a huge success all over the country. The biggest demand is from South India, particularly Tamil Nadu. Huh? Now he is saying not able to meet the demand. Yes, when floods are there are some pressure. You are right, Muthu. But what is important is, if you come with a vision, how even old department can be activized. Do you know that today Postal Department has got 23,000 plus post offices branch with core banking solution. What is core banking? Banking from anywhere to anywhere by a click of a button. How many branches of State Bank has got core banking? 16,600. And Postal, 23,000. And when we had come to power, how many branches? About 200 branches. That's the scale with which we work. Now what are we doing? The third level of infrastructure. We are opening 650 postal payment bank all over the country. There are 650 districts of India. We will do it in 3 years' time. I was handling this portfolio of the Prime Minister Ravi, do it in 1 year. We have the centenary celebration of Deen Dayal Upadhyaya, our leader, who gave the concept of Antyodaya, care for the margin people. Now we are doing it from September this year to September next year. But it will not be a simple payment bank simplicity, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to give 130,000 rural postmen moving ATM, handheld device. And they will go to the village, do insurance, do banking, and above all, third-party delivery. Any other bank can deliver through them without infrastructure. And I can tell you, which I have also spoken about in the past, about 50 national and international consortiums are keen to partner with Postal Payment Bank. 50. Except LIC, all banks of India. But let me recount the international consortium. Deutsche Bank of Germany, Barclays of England, Citibank of America, World Bank, all want to partner because they have got this vast network. So this is the third network we are creating. To repeat, optical fiber, common service center, postal payment bank. What is the fourth we are doing? BPO in rural parts of India. BPO means call centers. Now if you see the digital profile of India, it is very limited. Delhi, Noida, Gurgaon, Mumbai, Chennai, Mumbai, Pune, Chennai, Hyderabad, Visakhapatnam, Bangalore, Mysore. That's all. They are having most concentration. Rest all are having computer educational centers and some miscellaneous. We said go beyond this. And from there came the idea of BPOs in rural areas or semi-urban areas. We have selected about 48,000 seats. We have distributed it among various states as per the census population, minus the digitally rich areas. Tamil Nadu gets about 3,500. We are going to give 1 lakh subsidy per seat. We have just gone for tender. It is still in process. We will be creating about 1.5 lakh employment in the semi-urban rural areas of India. That is BPO in the semi-urban rural parts of India. We have also got in the northeast. And last in the infrastructure is virtual mobile network. What is virtual mobile network? You don't need to have your network or a spectrum. You can become the franchisee of an existing operator. For instance, in Tamil Nadu, there are 4 operators. He can think that I will serve mobile services in 4 districts or say 100 villages. You can become the franchisee of that. Therefore, these 5 infrastructure, optical fiber network number 1, common service network, centers number 2, internet service provider of common service center number 3, payment bank postal number 4, virtual mobile operators network. These 5 infrastructure which we are creating, ladies and gentlemen, will completely revolutionize India. And if the 2 years data I have given to you is the indication what is going to happen in India, I did not tell you. And sitting in Tamil Nadu, Chennai, and talking to our journalist friends from the southern states, I have to salute all of you the way films in South India are using digital technology for animation, for a special effect. Again, Frank, I have a sense of personal satisfaction. This animation was promoted by me in a very big way when I was the INB minister. But there were no takers for it. I knew Chennai had only 1 studio. I came twice here. But today, South Indian films have shown a way to the entire country. We are very proud of all of you. So once you create the ecosystem in the India, then things start changing. How are we coming with digital product for common service? Let me recount one by one. E-hospital. What is e-hospital? Lot of people from my state, Bihar, UP, others, go to Delhi for a special checkup. People in Tamil Nadu have no problem in Bangalore and Chennai or other places. Good hospitals are there. Now we are also replicating a lot of new aims all over the country. Now what is e-hospital? You need not come to Delhi or Mumbai to get registered. You can digitally lock in to get registered. And about 43 lakh patients are using these services. You are given a date and a time, you are noted, you come, and then the doctor will be waiting for you. Therefore, for registration purposes, you need not come to Delhi to get yourself registered. That is this. Jeevan Pramanam. What is Jeevan Pramanam? When Frank or Muthu will retire, they will have to certify every year in November that we are alive, so that we get the pension. Am I right, Frank? If you don't show that you are alive certificate, then the pension will be discontinued. Right or wrong, I am not going to that. But there is a law. And they say ki unless, otherwise again fictitious people will say we are alive. Modi ji always said a very interesting example in the cabinet once. When I was chief minister in Ahmedabad, large number of widows were getting widow pension. Then he said, let's count it properly by a survey. It was found out nearly 20% or 15% were those who were never born. Yet they were having widow pension. Therefore, Frank may not withdraw wrongly pension. Therefore, after retirement, he'll have to show that I'm alive. Now, this is a problem. The problem came to us. You retired from Chennai, you went to stay with your son in Delhi, or your son is in New Jersey, Australia, you went to. Now to show yourself alive, you have to come back to your place of retirement or where your pension is being paid, go to the bank. Then came Jeevan Pramanam. What is Jeevan Pramanam? You can digitally show that you are alive, and the pension will continue. About 15 lakh pensioners are using this. This is how we are using digital technology for common good. E-scholarship. What is e-scholarship? 16 departments give so many scholarships. So many students are there. Now what is to be done? The entire scholarship is on e-scholarship portal. You go, click, the eligibility is there, the department is there, the provision is there, the amount is there, you use it. About 1 crore students have logged in to get the benefit of this scholarship. So how life becomes easier, this is National Scholarship Portal. What we have done for farmers and land record is something truly extraordinary, I would like to tell you. Now this farmer did not used to have proper market, or he cannot go far away, For instance, if a farmer from UP thinks he will get the best buy in Tamil Nadu market, why we should deny him? Then we came with the concept of e-mandi. E-mandi is available. About 8 states market have been linked, other are in process. At a click of a button, you can see everything, what is the price, how it is going. You can select the best buy. Therefore, Jivan Pramanam, e-scholarship, and then e-mandi. Then what is something more interesting? I am not going to details part of it. A lot of portals are for farmers. This soil health card. How we are. What is soil health card? It is a very important theme of the Prime Minister. You go to your doctor to get your health checkup. What is the health of your soil? Have you ever checked it up? Why should India produce all the same crop everywhere or in Tamil Nadu? Is there something very special of a particular soil of a particular village? From there the soil health card scheme came. Every farmer will be given the laboratory, and now lakhs and lakhs of farmers are being given, and it's going to become a big mission mode program for the entire country. How technology is being used for these purposes. I want to just tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be happy to know. Land records of 31 states have been computerized. 31 states. A record of rights for 22 states are available on the website. You click of a button, you go to your city, you go to your village, you go to your further land records, and who are the owner, who are the heirs, everything is there. Now, Bhu Naksha, map digitization. What is this? Suppose someone from Delhi wants to buy a property in Tamil Nadu. He wants to see it. The entire map of Tamil Nadu should be digitized, village-wise, district-wise, so that at the click of a one button you can know the physical location of the land, what is adjoining, who is the neighbors, what is the water body, how far away from forest, and the land record of right is available at the click of a button, who are the owners, etc. This is a big revolution happening in the country. Now, there is computerization of property registration for 30 states. You did not go physically. You can through computer website initiative, you can do the registration. Therefore, a lot of things have changed in the country. We don't talk much about it, but today when Venkaiah ji and Frank told me that I have to speak about the digital profile of India, I thought I must take this opportunity to tell you the changing face of India. That's very important. Another important fact I would tell you in my introduction, I was an IT and electronics minister. Let me briefly talk about electronics. The rest I will take questions also. A revolution is happening, ladies and gentlemen. We consume electronics in a very, very big way. Now let's sit here. This is electronics. All the cameras are electronics. The light is electronics. All your mobile phones are electronics. Your laptop is electronics. The screen is electronics. The screen is electronics. But how many are manufactured here? We consume electronics worth $80 billion every year. And by the year 2020, we shall be consuming electronics worth $400 billion every year. And the duty will surpass the fuel duty. Because when you import from outside, you have to pay duty. The PM directed me, Ravi, explored the possibility. And this whole Make in India emerged from there. I talked of 104 crore mobile phones. 103 crores. How many of them are manufactured here? Then this whole Make in India came from there, ladies and gentlemen. And today I am very happy to announce what progress we have made in the last 2 years and what is the road ahead. There was a scheme of MSIP, modified incentive. We said no, we have to further revisit it. We revisited. I took a meeting of all the chief ministers, get active. It is a big area of growth. We opened up about 9 clusters in various parts of India, about 15, 16 plus are in the process. The CMs realized it is a big area of growth. And in Make in India, I took a big initiative that we will make mobile phones in India first, in a big number. I went to South Korea, I went to Germany to persuade the customers that India is a huge market. And today, ladies and gentlemen, overall, when our government came to power, only 11,000 crores had been promised in electronic manufacturing. Now it is 1,23,000 crores. From 11,000 crores to 1,23,000 crores. And today I am very personally satisfied to share with you that when our government had come to power, only 2 mobile manufacturing units were there, assembling units. Now it is 38 manufacturing units have been established in India. In 14-15, we had manufactured 6 crore mobile phones. In 15-16, we manufactured 11 crore mobile phones. And if I can straight away talk in value terms, in 14-15, mobile worth 19,000 crores were made. In 15-16, it increased to 54,000 crores. And this year, it is likely to touch 94,000 crores. The value term, 183%. What we did? We did that, we removed the duty differential, we gave encouragement, we talked to them, India is a huge country, and they started coming here. Today, all the top brands of the world are manufacturing in India. We have given direct job to about 40,000 people, indirect job to about 1,25,000 people. India is becoming a big center of auto electronics, of solar powers, of defense electronics. We have also encouraging medical electronics. And what is the theme we have made? Come, make in India for India, and also export outside. We have a big market in the Gulf country, in the neighboring countries, in Asia, Southeast Asia, ASEAN. So with larger, big hub, we are looking at electronic manufacturing. And that is doing quite well. This is one big, but we need human resource also. So we are equally alive to that. We have made a provision for PhD in electronics, for which we are giving about 500 crores. Until now, about 1436 PhDs have been enrolled in various electronic sector. We are encouraging flexible electronics in IIT Kanpur, security electronics in IIT Mumbai. We have developed NIT bases for electronics in 7 NIT of India. So human resources also developed in electronics that we are also encouraging. Therefore, from infrastructure to pro-poor services to electronic manufacturing. What is the last segment in this, and then I conclude, I will take some questions also, is cyber security. So naturally is a question you will ask me. And as the Prime Minister said, cyber security is a bloodless war. We are quite alive to it. We are coordinating with various countries of the world. The Prime Minister himself is taking a lead. We are going to set up a cyber coordination center in a big way. We are training judges, police officers, human resource in the field of cyber security. I must say it is a job in the process we have to improve further. This whole malware and other wrong systems infecting the devices, we are coming with products. But we are acutely aware of the need and the challenge to talk about cyber security, and the Prime Minister himself has taken the lead world over. The entire world needs to talk in one voice about the threat of cyber security. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, what is the conclusion? Make India a digitally empowered society with services Yes, Frank. Digital literacy. 6 crore Indians are to be made digital literate from a program to commence soon. About 1 crore have already been made, 96 lakhs to be precise. But we are going to make in local languages, local content, localization of content of software. Therefore, from all ecosystem, from manufacturing to services to pro-people services to infrastructure, everything is coming, but the job just begun. And I can tell you, we are sitting at the cusp of a big digital revolution. Why? What is the concluding philosophy of this government? The philosophy is, ladies and gentlemen, India missed the industrial revolution. India missed the entrepreneurial revolution of 50s, 60s and 70s to a license, permit and quota raj. We don't want to miss the digital revolution. We want to become the leaders in that and show the world. That's what we are doing under the leadership of our Prime Minister. I think we'll make a great success of India. Thanks a lot. Wonderful talking to you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, sir. Thanks for your comprehensive, lucid, narrative story of development in your sector. Now we will take a few questions. Whoever would like to ask, please raise your hand. Yeah, let's start from here. He raised the hand first.
Should I take all the questions and then reply, or one by one? I leave it to you how to go about.
I think one by one.
Very good morning, Ji. We are very happy to have you here. I am Pandey, Editor-in-Chief of Tandi TV here. I would like to know one thing. We are completely encouraging the Aadhaar card to get, and of course, you might be aware Tamil Nadu is a pioneer in getting the cards. But why don't you able to convince the Supreme Court? You know the Indian culture is that unless until you compel something, everyone doesn't have it, so own it. So why you are not able to convince the Supreme Court on all the schemes for schemes and all? You have to submit Aadhaar card number and all. Supreme Court is very, very keen on that. You should not compel them. Why you are not able to convince the Supreme Court?
First of all, I must tell you that in Supreme Court, the challenge is there is no legal basis for Aadhaar. Now the Parliament has passed the law. And with the proper direction of Supreme Court itself, we are making many services available. We have gone there. And I'm sure the government has got a good case. That should not be a problem. But we have already made the Supreme Court aware of the great pro-poor people and pro-poor initiative we have taken.
And according to the latest...
one question, one person, or how many? I leave it to you, Frank.
Depends on how many, sir. You can ask.
Frank is a very tough master in the Delhi press conference. Why you are liberal here, I fail to understand.
We will ask him to be very frank here. So, coming to performance of state governments, now we are realizing a lot of public awareness schemes are going through central government, and we are able to understand and we are able to get the details of central government, lot of things, what we are doing, what you are not doing, what is your push in there. But coming to the state governments, not the state government particularly, state governments in all over India, what is their performance, how much they invest, how much the investment they get, and education, literacy rate, and why don't we get an investment rate, why don't we get monthly or quarterly data? So can central government insist or request the state governments to rely on these things? We have to rely
Just
only
ask
on,
your question.
yeah, we have to
briefly, if you
rely
don't
only
mind.
on RTIs.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you. Narendra Modi government is making the society as open as possible. Many websites are also coming where all the informations are available. But I would only differ with you. Many states governments are also doing very well. Many of these mobile manufacturing have come in states. The land records, the states have done. So it is a part of the process that the center and the states have to work together. If you want every information to be in public domain, who has spent what, I think that is the call the state governments will have to take.
Yeah, please. Ask your question briefly. Let everybody get a chance. Yeah.
Yes, your speech was very clear and narrative. But at the same time...
Sir, your introduction, sir.
Thanks.
Your introduction,
Your name
sir.
and
Yes, I am Ramalingam, Dinamalar, news editor. The point is, you are making all the states records of land and other things. How will you start the terrorists or some forces which will not go into it and find out something and use it for their purposes, hacking, number one. You have told cyber security is in the what is called, it has not fully formed as far as India is concerned. Will it infringe the laws of the criminal procedure, which are very going in the very backwardness of 100 years or something else? It is not matching the current knowledge of the people. So how can you make two things clear to make India faster in your lines?
Thank you.
Well, let me tell you, we have already got a good IT law in the country, which is quite a robust law. And it addresses the concerns of the digital technology and the crimes, etc. If some more improvement are needed, we'll surely do it. So they create new offenses. Okay, that's the first thing I'd like to say. The second thing, terrorists will try to, in fact, many of the terrorists like ISIS also use information technology instruments to spread terror. You know it very well. So we have to be on guard. We have to keep on greater coordination among the various countries of the world. And let me tell you, the world today is becoming one in taking proactive steps to contain the threat of the terrorist. Okay? We'll do it, no problem. We are quite sure about it. As I always say, internet is one of the finest creations of human mind. It should not be allowed to be abused by few. That's what we have to do.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I am T.R. Jawahar, editor of News Today, Malay Chudar, and a number of neighborhood weeklies called Talk Media. I have been running a small newspaper for the last 25 years, many small newspapers. And I have peers in other industries also, like so many other industries also. So is the digital revolution completely missing out on the MSME sector? Because you are inviting a lot of foreign stakeholders who come, invest, take the money and go away. But small industries make in India and also put their money back in India, plow back the money in India. So, but small industries are suffering here. The consumer is benefiting, the investors are benefiting. But what about the small industries who are here? Their interest rate, they pay almost 13-14% to the banks. So these difficulties are there. Is the digital revolution completely missing out on the key job creating sector of India, who create much of the jobs?
First of all, I'm sorry I don't appreciate your question. I just talked about Gram Panchayat getting digitized. They are small people. I talked of common service centers becoming the hub of digital commerce. They are small people. I talked of postal payment bank with a postman going with all this. They are small people, small villagers, small EM. Just a minute. Now when money comes into India, if they have established 38 manufacturing units, Indians are getting jobs. 40,000 jobs are for Indians. 1,25,000 is for Indians. For instance, I can tell you, today about 30 lakhs Indians work directly in the IT sector. And about nearly 1 crore indirectly. All are Indians. Indian IT products today are having footprint in 200 cities of 80 countries. And Frank, I'm very happy to announce that this year 8 lakh crore of IT products have been exported, the highest in the history of India. They're all Indians. Therefore, you have not to be, but yes, I take your point that if you have a small newspapers and all, we have got a big sector. Kalraj Mishra is the minister for ESDM. We are taking all the steps, and you are equally a part of digital spread, I want to assure you.
Yeah, please.
Yes, my name is Rangaraj. I represent tamilnadu.com.com. So while one side you explained a lot of initiatives from the government to encourage use of the internet and IT and so on, but the other wings of the government, that same is it reflected? For example, you have transaction tax, you have service tax for online transactions, including public sector undertakings, whereas abroad for use of online facilities there is even a discount, but here people are being penalized for using the online for all these benefits, which actually saves time, manpower. If you see decongestion, so many aspects for the government, there's a saving. There's also a high cost of data transfer for downloads and so on. So don't you think the government can apply its mind to some of these issues and make online transactions not, in the sense that they're not penalized?
I don't agree with you that they are penalized, but some amount of tax is always there. You talk of data. You may have seen in newspaper, I encourage all the competition. Today data is coming 80% down. You are seeing that because of new players are coming. We want a fair competition, to be very honest to you. But since you talked of particular data transaction tax, you'll have to go in detail about it. World over, it is not free, I'm sorry. No. In the case of India, in the startup industry, we have given 11-year tax break already to new startup. IT people have given us tax breaks. Therefore, if India is becoming digitally well connected, some element of tax will have to be there. If it is high, surely I would request you to give a proper route it through Venkaiah ji and Frank to Arun Jaitley. He's the finance minister, I will look into it. Why not? Surely.
Yeah. Madam, one minute. Yeah.
नमस्कार, मेरा नाम शोभा है, बेंगलुरु से, एडिटर ऑफ स्त्री जागृति मैगजीन। आजकल युवाओं ज़्यादा के ज़्यादा नगर के तरफ से मुड़ रहे हैं टुवर्ड्स टू सिटी। जो यूथ है ज़्यादा सिटी के तरफ से ये मुड़ रहा है। वहाँ रहने के लिए गाँवों के कुछ आप सोच सकते हैं डिजिटल इंडिया की तरफ से?
ठीक है, very good. I should reply in English, though she had asked me in Hindi. But I just, all of you understand, what should I, English?
You can do it in English.
The point is very simple. She has raised a very valid point. And all this 5 points of which I talked about is basically designed to make rural India a hub of digital commerce also. What is e-commerce? Rural India. What is this internet service provider I talked? All rural India. Optical fiber, rural India. Therefore, once the whole system gets in place, I see a lot of rural economy picked up and maybe migration also stop. Because they know they can get the same thing in Hardanhalli than what they're getting in Mysore or Bangalore. That will be the digital connect.
Yeah, please ask your question. Yeah.
Mr. Prasad, I am Vishwanathan, editor, Industrial Economist, Chennai. I have heard you as IB minister a few years back and must compliment you for an evocative speech.
Thank you,
I
sir.
have a couple of questions based on my experience in looking around projects in this region. I visited several plants last year for the Global Investor Meet for Tamil Nadu. Two things were shocking. One, I visited a very large manufacturer of computer systems, very reputed manufacturer in Shri. He was producing about 3,000 computer systems a day, beautifully done. And they were all coming from a Foxconn bag, imported from Taiwan. And I asked the chief executive, how many products are made in India? He said 3. One is a carton that is packing the computer systems. 2 is the sponge that is used to packing. 3 is the computer CD. All else came from China or Taiwan. And I related it to the enormous amount of money given by the state governments on laptops, free laptops for Tamil Nadu and UP and other states. They add up to a few thousand crores. We are not getting any benefit out of Make in India.
Vishwanathan ji, if you don't mind.
One more question.
Just ask your question.
This question
briefly.
Is it making an impact on Made in India? Even look at your software exports. 90% of exports of TCS or Infosys are all exported. How much of this is coming to India for your Make in India programs? We are very weak in hardware.
Thank you. We got your question. Minister got your question.
This is my question. Is your hardware thrust showing any figure in terms of reducing the huge imports on hardware by the electronics industry?
You know, this is how the industry functions. Taiwan was also not like that. Taiwan was also not like that. China was also not like that. But when you bring in technology, then local adoption starts. For instance, mobile manufacturing is going. We also gave encouragement on charger, on batteries. Now their production has also started. This whole process ultimately, once it stabilizes as a revolution, you will see all the ancillary also getting manufactured here. Let me give you a counter argument. You have got facilities for Mercedes-Benz being manufactured in Tamil Nadu. Lot of parts of Mercedes are also being manufactured in Chennai now. I know for sure. This is how the ecosystem starts. But when Mercedes would have come here, it must have come in a knockdown state, only to be assembled. This is a part of the process. Therefore, you should allow it to happen. Second is, you should be happy if Indian IT companies are conquering the world, that America is forced to impose visa restrictions. So if Indians, IT professionals are doing so well, it is a matter of pride for us. You talked of Foxconn. Foxconn is going to has huge proposals to make big investment in India for further. They make a lot of manufacturing for the world. They are contract manufacturers. Therefore, you should not see it in negative terms. You see and don't forget who gets jobs? Indians. India gets central excise. Your Tamil Nadu government gets state excise, sales tax, etc., etc. So ultimately, India is beneficiary in employment and revenue growth plus human resource development.
Yeah, Nagana.
I am Nagana from Karnataka, Tumkur, editor Prajapragati. Nowadays, a lot of electronic gadgets are producing and importing. These are all the things are not dissolvable in soil. That environmental hazardous might be very much problem for all these electronic gadgets, like from what is TV and all this. Maybe sleek methods are adopting. What are you thought to make this that environmental hazardous the components that are producing in India? How to make an arrangement for to make it destroy or something else?
The Pollution Control Department has an elaborate procedure for addressing the concerns of electronic hazardous waste. They are doing that. We are quite alive to it. But always remember, growth and sustainability both should match. You come with a national highway, then there is a problem in a forest. You go for mining, then there is a problem. You go for construction, then there is a problem. You go for power plant, then there is a problem. Now electronic waste is also being raised a problem. The point is, there has to be, as the Prime Minister has always said, environment is an asset. We believe in environmental justice, not environmental protection. But when we talk of sustainable development, we say proper balance between development and conservation. That's what we are involved at.
Yeah, that didn't mention.
सर मेरा नाम वेंकट सिंह है, सुद्दीमूला का रायचूर फ्रॉम कर्नाटका. आपको धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं कि सारी देश के डिजिटल विस्तरण के बारे में आपको बहुत जानकारी दी है. लेकिन दो बातें आपको मैं पूछना चाहता हूं कि ये देश में जो विलेजेस ज़्यादा है, विलेजेस इंडिया इज कंसिस्टिंग ओनली विलेजेस फ्रॉम विलेजेस. अब क्या है, आप डिजिटल इंडिया से थ्रू विलेजेस को सिटी से कनेक्ट करने के लिए चाहे, तो आपका क्या प्रावधान केंद्र सरकार का कितना छवि है, उतना स्टेट फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर में स्टेट का भी उतना ही जिम्मेदारी रहता. वो एक्सटेंड में सारी दुनिया के सारी देश के स्टेट्स आपको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं. एक पहला क्वेश्चन है. और एक क्वेश्चन है, ये डिजिटल इंडिया जो मध्यम वर्ग के माध्यम और मीडिया हाउसेस है, उनको क्या फाइनेंशियल और टेक्निकली सपोर्ट करने का कुछ प्रावधान है? ये दो क्वेश्चन का.
First of all the state governments are now on board. The government of the left, the government of the right, the government of the center, the government of the straight or down. All the state governments understand the power of digital technology. And as I said earlier, let me repeat, Digital India is ideology neutral. Digital India is politics neutral. Digital India is a state and center neutral. Digital India is only India positive. I think this has to be understood very clearly. And that has gone. The second part, let me tell you, Digital India is more for the poor, more for the underprivileged, not for middle class people. Sorry. And today, a rickshawala, a carpenter, a mason, electrician, they are changing their life by using their smartphone for business proposition. Remember that. That's how we are working, and I'm very happy this impression is getting around in the country.
Yeah. Here, let's ask this.
How many questions, sir?
Sir, you have time, sir?
I have,
Yeah. We'll take. Yeah.
Student history. Did you ever notice that in Kerala
First of all, when you talked of that man carrying the body of his dead wife, how it came to the knowledge of people of India? Through digital technology. On my smartphone, this photograph came immediately. And then the TV cameras had to pick it up later on. Therefore, digital technology brings you all. Yesterday, a big rain in Delhi. Whole day, buses in log jam. Digital information make information more easily available. And as I say, this is the age of information. Information is power. I don't condone what happened in Odisha, I'm sorry, or any other place. This is an indication that the state government should be more proactive in providing ambulances, etc. and take more care of the poor. But by digital technology, a poor gets empowered. Even a rickshawala can see on his mobile phone something wrong is happening in Odisha, or maybe a carpenter in Kerala. As far as the court is concerned, I should not make any comment on that. I'm the Law Minister of India also. It is a matter between the journalists and the courts, and I only hope a way out shall be found out positively. Yes.
Hello, sir. I am Munir Ahmad Azad, representing Daily Salar, Urdu newspaper from Bangalore. You have told about cyber security, but to prevent cyber crimes, the concerned departments are not more effective. What are next steps to make them more effective?
I totally agree with you that the police officers, the police station, the judiciary, all need to be trained more. And that's what we are doing, okay? To sensitize them, special training, etc. And what is important, I would like all of you to write a campaign that cyber security must come in the center of country's discourse. At the district level, at the national level, at the state level. That will be proper.
Yeah.
Both way have to work.
Please ask.
Yeah, sir, I'm Madhusudan
No female journalist asking question. Only male, only one lady asked the question. Yes, go ahead.
Sir, I'm Madhusudan Reddy, business editor, ANS India. About the mobile manufacturing, you are allowing a large number of Chinese companies to make mobiles in India. Don't you see any security threat, because China is a military rival for India? The other question is about ITIR. There were big projects announced by earlier government. What happened to those projects now? Are we going to continue it or discontinue or shelve those projects?
As far as Chinese companies are concerned, Chinese companies have come, Korean companies have come, Japanese companies have come, Indian companies have come, Samsung is there, LG is there. And when we give it to Chinese company, we do all the security audit. Why not? We take full care. But only Indian people are working there. And don't forget one thing, large number of Indian companies are working in China, investing there. So it works both ways. We don't compromise on security at all. It is a question of investment and manufacturing, plain and simple, without any compromise on security. ITR is an old project. We are revisiting it, considering it, thereafter we will come with a fresh call. There is an issue, why should 200 acres be given? 500 acres be given? We need to focus it more. That's how we work.
Yes, madam.
Sir, my name is Savitri and I'm from Asianet News. It's a Malayalam news channel. So, I'm asking about a very practical question. If central government is focusing on mobile banking, which extends to rural households, how the central government is going to address the spectrum crunch when call drops rates are being, it's in a disturbing rates. So it must be such a huge spectrum, which there are lots and lots of controversies which is regarding the spectrum distribution and everything. So how the central government is going to address this spectrum crunch?
Well, first of all, let me tell you, because you asked this question, we are also taking care of women's security through the technology. We have passed a law, notification, that from next year, every mobile phone manufacturer must have a facility that if a woman is in distress, the moment she presses a button, her assigned friends, relations, parents are informed immediately that she's under distress. Please go ahead and give her relief. And we are also going to start a provision the year thereafter, GPS system in all the mobile phone. If a woman is in distress, she presses the button, her location will be known to be given a proper security response. Yes, Spectrum had a problem in the past. I totally agree with you. 2G happened. And 2G has big link to Tamil Nadu. I don't want to name, okay? Many of them are facing trials. But they are things of the past. I handled the department. In 2015, we had one of the highest ever spectrum auction of 1,10,000 crores in the fairest auction possible. This time we are also going to do that. So we are making all the policy about spectrum trading, spectrum sharing, spectrum liberalization. What is sharing? You are having a mobile license, I am having a. I don't have any business, you have a business. I'll give my spectrum to you, you'll pay to me. They are trading sharing guidelines. So now a good quantity have become available, but in a fair, transparent manner. That's what they. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very proud to say that under Narendra Modi government, all decisions are being taken in a fair, transparent, honest way. There is no allegation of any impropriety in decision making.
Yeah, that gentleman there. Yeah.
Standard. It's very heartening to note that like how you are.
We didn't get your name.
Narasimhan from Business Standard.
Yes.
So congratulations on this investments figures about this electronic manufacturing. But still, there is a challenge as far as attracting investment, especially on the legal side. In this part of the country, Nokia is a classic example. So, what are the measures this government is taking to tell the investor, saying like our laws are and we are favoring new our brand ambassador to for the investments in this sector? What are the measures you are taking? If I contain one more question, will you be able to replicate the same success what you did for Postal Department as far as banking to BSNL? Because when you wanted to have a balanced competition, do you think that public sectors should also bring up and to be a fair competitor for them?
Let me begin with the process. When I was the coal and mines minister in Bajpayee government, Coal India has suffered a loss of 1,400 crores. And within 1 year, 6 months, I brought it to a profit of about 1,500 crores. BSNL story is very interesting. When Bajpayee government left office in 2004, BSNL was a profit of 10,000 crores. And when Manmohan Singh government left office in 2014, BSNL was in a loss of 8,000 crores. This is the plain story. Okay? What we did? In 1 year, 6 months, we brought it to an operating profit of 750 crores. And now, I hope they are going to have an operating profit of 2,500 crore plus. Because you talked of PSU, therefore the data is important. Till the last year, May, June, they used to have 7 to 8 lakh customers per month. Since January this year, they are attracting 20 lakh plus customer every month. And don't forget, when Chennai floods came, most of the free service was given by BSNL, okay? When earthquake came in Nepal, the same Kashmir floods, they do their public service also. And yes, they are growing, they are expanding. And it is a great success story of Narendra Modi government that chronic sick PSUs are also turning around. BSNL, Air India, this is how we work. Postal I talked about. Now the larger issue of Nokia. Nokia has a unique case. Don't forget one thing. Nokia was owned by Nokia, sold to Microsoft. Microsoft took their all products world over except your Tamil Nadu plant. There were tax liability. Things are being worked out. We all are working together to ensure that this great asset of Tamil Nadu is revived. That's we are. But the last issue of FDI, we are making India as the biggest investment destination by changing our laws, making ease of doing business more. And don't forget, there is glut in the world from China to Japan to America. India attracted the highest ever FDI in the last year. How it has happened? Because of our good governance record. And India as a shining commercial destination, good economy. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, that gentleman there, last bench. Yeah.
Arvind Shetty, Deccan Chronicle, Bangalore edition.
Yeah, just to complete, electronic manufacturing also the same thing. 11,000 crores when we came to power, 1,23,000 crore. All is a sign of that. Sorry, yes.
Yeah, Arvind Shetty from Deccan Chronicle. regarding your fifth component, virtual mobile network, how it works in rural part of India, when it will be started?
It is entirely entrepreneur driven. Okay? Now I'm not handling that department, they will have to respond in detail, but the guidelines comes about, okay? Once it comes about, anyone can take that license, become the franchisee of someone. This is how it works. You go to the website, get all the information there. You want to start one? Keep it up, no problem.
Yeah, please ask your question.
I'm Shobha Warrior, editorial director, rediff.com. You spoke of Aadhaar card. When it was first introduced, there was a lot of criticism from your party itself. Were you not aware of the importance or the possibilities of the Aadhaar card that it was criticized then? It is appreciable that you continued with something, an program which was started by the previous government, a development program.
We don't deny it, that we criticized, because the way it was managed maybe was giving rise for concerns. But after we came to power, we revisited. We went deep into the matter. And it shows our liberal, modern outlook of open mind, that if there is something good to be done, let's do it in a better way. And that's what we have done. The results are there. The same is optical fiber network. Nofan, I told you, 358 kilometers in 3 years, 1,39,000 kilometers in 2 years plus. This is how we work. But the proper thing is, even the Prime Minister from the ramparts of Red Fort, even on this 15th August, publicly said or not, whoever has done good for India, I appreciate their contribution. Mind you, we in politics don't practice political untouchability. Okay? I hope I'm clear what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, the gentleman at the last bench.
My name is Shri Kumar. I'm input editor from Kaveri News. I just want to know what is the step the government of India is taking to tackle the cyber war.
Cyber?
War. And second is about, is there any move by the government of India on changing the IT Act? Because a lot of problems are coming after introducing this digital technology. Is there any thinking on that?
Well, as far as the IT Act is concerned, it is serving us well. If any specific complaint comes, or a very concrete suggestion comes for improvement, I have an open mind. So one thing I have to tell you. But there has to be concrete suggestions. The second thing is cyber war. 3 steps are being done. A, the Prime Minister is leading the issue from the front, making the world aware about the simmering challenges and threats of cyber security. The world is speaking in one word. Second, as I said, Cyber Coordination Center, greater coordination between world and India. And thirdly, improving the human resource, training the police officer, training the judges, training a private entrepreneurs coming in a big way. And I think India can become a big center of cyber security human resource by trained professionals. That's how we are working it about.
Yeah, that gentleman there. Yeah. Please give him the mic. Yeah, speak into the mic.
Yeah, myself, Johnny from Madhrubhumi, Malayalam newspaper. So this is to get your intelligent and informed response on the other side of Indian reality, where a number of eminent people have raised concerns. Let me quote Dr. M. Pushpa Bhargava. He raised the climate of India under the NDA rule is that of strong fear. It is against rationality. It is against scientific temper. It is against reason. I would like to know your take on this.
I don't think my other responses were uninformed. Okay? But since you have asked me to make an informed reply, I am giving an informed reply. We believe in modern India, and all my speech of 1.5 hours is full with science, logic and reason. Digital India represents an aspirational India, fully modern, transformational. Yes, we are very proud of the culture of India. Yes, we are very proud of the heritage of India. And the heritage and culture of India is not superstitious. I am being very clear to you. It is one of intellect and enlightenment. Having said that, this again shows the measure of our tolerance, that anyone who criticizes us, including you, A CM Minister of India is listening to you. That's your right. But it doesn't mean I agree with you. Thank you.
Yes, please ask your question.
Sir, you explained in detail about the digital revolution that is taking place. But my question is, it is about the professionalism, the implementation part, and the mindset of our government agencies. Because when I recently went to BSNL, saying that I'm not happy with the internet connection and I want to discontinue, they said, okay, from tomorrow it will be discontinued. So if this is the case, if I go to private party, they say, why you are going to discontinue it? You try again, this, that. So I think it is the mindset, the professionalism, and other things to be taken care of.
I'm sorry if that has happened to you. Some same BSNL people have got into so much of profit by a change of mindset. But if in confidence you can tell the name of the officers, even though I'm not handling it, I'll surely convey your concerns with strong reservations of mine on this behavior. But don't judge their changeover by this. The same BSNL gave so much of good support in the recent floods of Chennai or not. I think that is how you need to. But I do acknowledge with you, there is a need for change of mindset that is indeed very important. And how we are doing, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to tell you, Frank, tell them, we take complaint on our social media, Facebook, where all our ministers are, including the Prime Minister. How it happened, I had just joined the government. An Indian lady from Australia made a complaint on my Facebook that she had sent a consignment to her widow mother in Ludhiana in Punjab. 2 months no delivery. I said, what to do? I sent a message through my office to Ludhiana district. If by tomorrow evening the consignment is not delivered, action will be taken against all the officers. It will deliver by 12 o'clock. After a week or 10 days, a gentleman sent a copy of a newspaper to me from Bihar. A 90 years old lady had gone to the post office to get her Kisan Vikas Patra maturity. 4 times she was turned down. I said, tomorrow you will go to her home, give her a proper rose bud, give her the check, get it photographed and send WhatsApp to me. Otherwise, and by morning itself delivery was done. Now Railway, me, Sushma Swaraj, all of us are on social media taking complaints. This is how we are changing India as far as redressal of complaint is concerned. But give me the name of that officer, I'll convey your complaints very seriously. Yes, sorry.
So, I'm Shivakumar from Indian Express. Just wanted to, US has passed this omnibus bill where they have hiked the, United States has hiked the visa fees for H1B and L1 visa. And this has affected the IT sector. I think NASSCOM has said that it will incur a loss of $400 million, that IT sector will incur a loss. So just wanted what...
You are very right. I have taken this matter myself with my counterpart. Recently their Commerce Secretary had come and also the matter had been taken by Nirmala Sitharaman at her level. So we are flagging it around it. I'm sure we'll find a proper way out of it, surely.
Yeah. I'm Aravindan, Hindu Tamil edition, features editor. In the era of e-revolution, I think we are not promoting the paperless administration in every aspects of our administration. Everywhere we have proof in digital format, but we are being asked for hard copy printouts and all that. Why can't we promote such a culture in each and every department of the administration is my one question. Another thing, the question related to to another gentleman. It was about BSNL and post office. You are talking about the cyber revolution, fiber revolution and all that. But most of the things are not being done through BSNL at least in Chennai. See, you are talking about the profit, but I am concerned about the professionalism and the way they treat their customers. It is not on par with the private parties. So I am much concerned about it and I want your approach about it.
There is a need for improvement. I am not handling that portfolio because you mentioned that in that question of PSU. Surely they are concerned, they need to be improvement. But I am telling you, again, lot of people from Chennai, I was running that department then, had words of praise, mountains of praise on the way they worked in the Chennai floods. The only BSNL was working that. But if there is scope for improvement, why not? There is surely a need for improvement. We'll do that. And what was the other question you asked? Is the feature of Tamil Hindu paperless or is still on paper? That's the point. Please listen to me. Let the choice be there of Indians. If someone is happy with paper, let him be happy with paper. If someone is on online, let him be on online. If someone is offline, let him be offline. But what we are doing in government is we are making it more transparent digitally. That's what we are doing.
Yes. So, thank you, sir. You have answered the question.
One last question.
Oh, who's that?
He is standing there.
Yeah, please.
Arvind from Udayavani, Mangalore. My comment on BSN professionalism. In 2011, I applied BSN broadband connection. 2016, what you told on social media, I complained for you on your Facebook. After 1 week, that officer called me, "Oh, are you applied for broadband connection?" "Yes, sir." After 1 week, BSNL given the, not notice, the given circular saying that there is no option for us to give broadband connection, you go for 3G. After 5 years, I got that result from your BSNL company. You are saying digital revolution, how it can be happen?
Well, I may be agreeing with you, of stray cases will be there. Okay. At least you came to me on Facebook, they came to you online. Then you did not come to me that they are not giving to you. Then I could have seen to it. So that is also your fault. But having said that, I have no more. And let us not make a BSNL issue. We are talking of the entire country. But you have said that. You know what is wrong with this? If 3G is the technology available, they are giving you. It is the modern technology. Some new technology is coming. It is a choice available to you. Take it. Okay, all right, I will look into it. Fair enough. This is not the forum to get you a broadband. There is a proper forum of the CJM.
Very nice.
But by the way, let me ask a question now in conclusion. Can you talk the same thing bluntly to the private operators? Please listen. Oh, please don't argue with me. The way you are asking this question to a minister of India, who was earlier the minister, he's responding. I don't think the same you get with all the private operators. That is the essence of accountability which PSUs follows. You must understand that. I'm not criticizing anyone. I'm giving because I am aware as a minister as to how many Facebook complaints not only me as a former minister but the present minister gets about private operators. Okay? There is scope for improvement everywhere. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all?
Okay, let's satisfy the last.
Talk to the railway minister and the finance minister. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request Muthu to propose a formal vote of
confidence. Let him ask the last question. All right. He's raising it.
Thank you, sir. This is Murli of Business Advisor online magazine. Do we have a strategy for Wi-Fi connectivity? Because apart from the landline connectivity and what is fixed, we may need a lot of...
There are enough Wi-Fi potential being unleashed by a lot of private operators and the BSNL also. You can apply any of them. It is available. No problem. And with 4G coming in a big way, LT technology, it is a part of that whole process.
Friends, thank you. I request our regional ADG to propose a brief vote of time for the Honorable Minister.
Oh my goodness. 1 hour 40 minutes?
As the Minister of Electronics and Information Technology, Shri Ravi Shankar Prasad, we thank you, sir, for sparing time to be with us here in Chennai amidst all your hectic commitments. And thank you for sharing with us the government's broad initiatives and goals in terms of its IT policy and the path ahead. It has been very informative. I'm sure that the broad outline that you've made of what the government aims for the future to see that the IT technology benefits reach the villages and overcoming the last mile problems, and that every Indian, and especially the poor and those in the far out distant areas, connect with the nation. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Friends, a small announcement. After lunch, we'll be meeting here at 2 o'clock. Then from 4 to 5, there is a session by Shri Venkaya Naidu ji on urban development. Please ensure that all of you are here. It will be very interesting too. रामलिंगन जी ठीक है